Alright, here we are with our first crack recap of the year from the Wildcat Classic yesterday, another Fieldhouse in Lexington. First chance for a lot of teams to get out and check out the rust and see what they have this year, and a first chance for us to see where some of the people who were at the top last year are right now in their training. Obviously it's January, so we're going to take a look at some of those things right now. On the website, kytrackxc.com, you can look up, and we've got a couple of interviews. We've got some race video hopefully going up today. We got all the results. We got discussion about the meet, things like that. So check it out, and hopefully start to get you going for the track season like it did for us. I'll start out with the girls short sprints. Alicia Dare, Western Hills. She's a freshman this year. Last year as an 8th grader, won the 1, 2, and 400 meters at the middle school state championships, won the 200 meters at the class 2A state championships. Continued that yesterday by taking the 60 and 200 meter titles. Very nice times for her. She was the fastest 200 returner this year anyways, so just continuing that. The 60 speed obviously is always good, showing that she can get out quick, and been working on that. So obviously looking for her to have a good season this year. Second place in both those races, Sydney Johnson of Ballard. Johnson has had some state finals appearances in class 3A with Ballard, part of a good sprint crew in the past, and Johnson now is looking to step into a role where she can be a top 3 sprinter in both the 100 and 200 distances this year, so a good start for her. Over to the boys side, we got two main names to talk about here. Marcus Winstead of Owensboro took the 60 in a very small, very quick time, 6.96. Winstead was one of the 1-2 punch there for Owensboro, along with Dreydell Johnson, the very strong sprint crew there, along with them, and then also this year is freshman Zach Main, who ended up tied for 6th yesterday as well. But the big name that we were talking about coming in was probably Chisholm Onyema. He ended up 2nd in the 60, which is not really a specialty. He's more of a 200, seems like even possibly a 400 guy. Ended up 2nd in the 60 and then won the 200 in a great race between him and Chaz Mitchell of Bryan Station, and then Seth Atkins of Mason County. Only 11 hundredths of a second apart between those guys. So great race in the 200. Chisholm gets the win. So again, 2nd for him in the 60, and then 3rd was William Canamore, who was a really good sophomore last year for Ballard. Good jumper, solid in the sprints, and only looking to appear to be improving going forward from there. So nice job by them. Switching over to the hurdles real quick, talking just about the guys. One of the big things coming in was a matchup between Brandon Bagley of John Hardin against Courtney Edwards of Fort Knox. Edwards had a faster time at the 110 distance last year, while Bagley had a faster time over 300 meters. So it's expected that Bagley would kind of be the one kind of looking to catch up in the 110s, even though he's had more experience indoors. Bagley ended up tripping on the first hurdle. Edwards gets the win, and Bagley actually slips to 3rd. And then in 2nd was Kieran Story of Mayo. Story comes back, wins the 400 later in a high 51. But nice job for him to get ahead of Bagley there. It's kind of a big deal early on, obviously as it is, but good look for him. Also from Mayo, Stuart Brown pulls a 4th place finish. Brown and Story are going to be big parts of that team this year as they are trying to look and get some more points coming to that state meet. So 2 really strong hurdlers to look for there. Going to the distance races, you had 2 main people, one on each side that we really focused on. On the girls' side, the bigger focus was Emma Brink. Emma Brink was All-American indoors at Nike Indoor last year in the mile, and came out yesterday, in the 800 and the mile, and just really showed how dominant she's been. In the mile, got out quick, got out to a solid time. And then looks like she just kind of coasted the second half of the race. Elizabeth Anderson of DuPont Manual also looked good. Came on a little bit at the end. Brink just continued to maintain and push through. Just kind of outlasted Anderson, and got an easy win there. 5:09.64 for her, just off her her Wildcat Classic record from last year. Anderson ended up 5:16, good time for her this time of year. Anderson comes back and wins big in the 2 mile, looking very strong. Obviously, she's in good shape. You know, she had a tight finish with Brink at the state finals in the 2 mile last year. So, you know, obviously she's looking to be in better shape than last year, and you know, hoping to maybe make that up this year at the state finals. On the guys' side, it was Ryan Eaton. That's what the show was about, Ryan Eaton. In the 800, you had some other people that, you know, you kind of felt like they could run with him. But the 800 didn't go as fast as we kind of expected. Out in 60 seconds flat. Eaton comes with a big kick and gets the end. Justin House of Apollo second. Trey Kinyard, after his 2 flat last week as a freshman, comes back this week. One's high 159 for Butler. Good showings for them. Jeremy Rice of North Oldham also had a great run. 2 flat at .14. He's been low 2s a couple times before, but this is a PR for him. And he made a big push at the end to get back in that race. So nice work by him. In the mile, though, race of the day. I mean, you know, not competition-wise, but it was the one that just made people turn their heads. Out quick, you know, Ryan Eaton of Greenwood, like we said, in the 800 with a good showing. But in the mile, I mean, he just blew it out. He's just signed, or verbally, with UK. Matt Hillenbrand of St. X just throwing a verbal to UK. So those two are getting out kind of on their first chance to show everybody on the UK group, you know, that they got some talent. Get out a little hard. High 58 sounded like for Eaton in the first quarter. 59 maybe even for Hillenbrand. And then Andrew Stewart of North Hardin hanging on also. You know, 59-60 range. Come through the 800, 204. Still guys hanging on. Hillenbrand starting to fall off. At 3 quarters, it was all Eaton. Stewart and Hillenbrand just trying to survive the race. At 3 quarters it was about 3:09, and Eaton cruised through for 4:13.4. Closed out really well, really strongly. Second fastest time in the nation so far. The nation. So that's a big deal for him. Great run. Brother actually ran yesterday. They were a little nervous if he was going to run fast enough. He ran the mile too, but Michael took care of things. Got a 4:09. Nice work by him at Bloomington. Obviously, though, big day for Ryan. Great showing for him on the, it's going to be his new home track indoors. So nice work there. Boys 2 mile, fun to watch. 4 guys in that race that really were in it the whole time. Evan Ehrenheim of Davies County got out hard, pushed the pace. Kind of thought he might get some distance on him early, but they kind of pulled him back in. Sean Vandermosten, after he went 9:53 last week for Connor, ends up pulling out the win at the end over Ehrenheim. Hanging on the whole race was Hillenbrand, and who nipped Will Mullet of Lexington Christian at the very end. Solid times for all those guys. 9:51 change for Vandermosten, 9:52 and change for Ehrenheim, and then 9:54 for both Hillenbrand and Mullet. Really good, really solid times this early in the year. As for relays, Meade County's girls 4:14, just missed the meet record. That was smoking. I mean, they had a nice group. 2 of the girls, I said, hadn't even been practicing yet on the basketball. They've been on the basketball team, so nice run for them. Male just showed how dominant they are. 4x4. They went 1-2, 3:36, 3:38. Time's not great, but you go 1-2 in your relays. Your B team gets it done. Obviously, you got a great group, and you just get warmed up. 4x8s real quick. DuPont Manual went 1-2. They have 2 strong relays. They set the meet record with about a 10:24 on the girls' side. Split their team up. We saw cross country season. They were probably one of the best teams. Had some problems at the state meet in cross country, but it looks like it's transferred over well to the track. They're in good shape right now. On the boys' side, Andrew Stewart ripped a crazy first leg for North Hardin. Thought they might be able to challenge for a while, but Butler's boys, after running 8:26 last week, just put it together in 8:22. That's about it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.